get started. All right, Jane, send them in the back door now. We're live. All right, morning, ladies and gentlemen. Morning to all of you who've tuned in live this morning. Guys, can I get you to pull out your phones for me and just put them on silent? We don't want any of them ringing while we're broadcasting across the country today, unless it's an incredible ringtone, and like everybody should hear it. If you've got that ringtone, then let's do that one, okay? But otherwise, put your phones on silent for me or turn them off. Welcome to DuePoint, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're at this morning. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We are both a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company, and we've been around since 1952. 65 years we've been around. So, you might not have heard of us, but we have been very much a part of the financial services market for nearly 7 decades now. And so you're not sitting in a new startup this morning. The division of DuePoint is relatively new, but the company is well established, and we want you to have a sense of confidence in that. We exist online. You can find everything you want to know about DuePoint and Constantia online. Just go to the JC's website, look us up under Conduit Capital there, go to the FSB's website, you'll find our FSP number there. Everything you need to know about us is there. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. Take some time afterwards as well. Go to the front door. Look at all of our certificates, all of our licenses there and associations. Be comfortable with who you're dealing with here this morning. Folks, we want you to be comfortable with the team too for 2 reasons. One is because we want you to understand that this is a South African homegrown business. We're all here. You can always find us here. We're not only on Skype or email or so. We're actually here. You can find us Monday to Saturday in these buildings. And we also want you to know that this is the team that will be supporting you. In what we do at DuePoint, we are here to support you in every way. We want you to know who we are. So that's me, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here and founder of the division. This is Tim. He helps us out on the finance side and technology side. This is Stacy. She's also our finance lady, and she helps us with our auditing and risk management here. The 3 of us are chartered accountants. I've been in the industry for nearly 20 years, Tim for about 15, Stacy for about 10. We've got Jane over here from the UK. She's spent the last 10 years here in South Africa. She brings international direct selling experience to the team. And then we've got Rob. Rob ran his own digital design firm in South Africa in the financial services space for about 20 years, and he's our design guy here. Everything that you see, feel, and touch was designed by him. We are here, and we are available to you all the time. So what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, we've got 2 objectives. Our primary objective and passion at DuePoint is putting in the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use and be in control of to create what we hope is lifetime, stable, and recurring income for themselves. You know, right now in the South African economy, we're in a position, 99% of us, where we have no control over our income. If you're an employee, you know someone else is telling you how much you can earn, what raise you're going to get, what promotions, what bonuses you're going to get. You have no say in it. And at the end of the day, someone else will also be the person who tells you if you're retrenched or fired. You have no control over it. You also have no control over the economy we're in right now. It's an economy that's shrinking. It's an economy that has astronomical inflation. You've seen how prices have been going through the roof on everything in South Africa. And we sit on the side, as citizens in South Africa, unable to influence that in any way. We are never in control. And our hope, therefore, is that with this tool that we've created, we put you back in control. Now, as a result of not being in control, you know that you don't earn enough to cover your costs every month. There's enough research done on it. There were a couple of newspaper articles where they said that the average family in South Africa costs 7,500 Rand a month to feed, but their average income is 4,500 Rand. That's a 3,000 Rand gap. You know it. And even if you are covering your food, you're not always covering all the other expenses you need to have at least a decent living in this life. And what do we do to bridge the gap? We put debt in. That's what we do. We become experts in South Africa. We go and get forms of debt that people can only imagine. We've got Truworth's accounts, Ackerman's accounts, Edgar's accounts, car loans, home loans, personal loans, loan shark loans. We've got loans from everywhere to fill this gap. And we've got no control of increasing our income to cover it. And so we hope that with this tool we've created here at DuePoint, you can start replacing that gap instead of with debt, but with income that you're in control of. That's our primary objective here at DuePoint. Our secondary objective, folks, is that we want to create a system that puts you in direct contact with us 24 hours a day. We've built a pipeline between our customers and the heart of our business that you're always in communication with us, where we can teach you, help you, communicate with you on a daily basis. and be completely different from the experience most people have had with financial services companies, where they talk to them once and never talk to them again until the very end. We want to be in communication with you all the time. Those two objectives put together creates what we call the DuePoint system. Now, the DuePoint system is very simple. What it does, it allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer. A wealth engineer has a simple and single task, just one task, and that is the connection of individuals to us here at DuePoint. It is not selling, it is not marketing or advertising, it's not advising. You do not need to do any of those things. You simply have to connect people to us. Now, by you connecting people to us, you allow for us to penetrate the South African economy. You create channels of distribution for us into which we can come as DuePoint and facilitate the purchase of our products. Where we do that, we create revenue for ourselves. And where we create revenue, we create that extra income for you. Now, the income we create is not a here today, gone tomorrow income. No. We wanted to create, the cornerstone of our system was to create an income that would be recurring and stable and hopefully lifetime. So it couldn't be products. It couldn't be these things you had to buy and sell to your friends, because some months they buy and some months they're not. And when they're not, you've had to spend money buying products, but you haven't made any revenue. That is lifetime expenditure, not lifetime income. We got rid of that, and we use what's called financial services and lifestyle products. They all run on debit orders. Those debit orders are automated, and so it doesn't matter what you're doing in your month. Every month, those debit orders raise, and where they are paid every month, your income comes in. Recurring, stable, and in your control. Now, the second layer that we built into the system, ladies and gentlemen, was the ability for you as well to go beyond your current skills and efforts and time. We wanted you to leverage others in building a greater success for yourself than you could by yourself. The system takes into account that most people don't have time. We're all busy. We're all very busy, so we can only allocate a little bit of time to DuePoint. But if you could get lots of people all allocating a little bit of time to DuePoint in your channel of distribution for us, you would all of a sudden have a whole lot of time building a business 24 hours a day for you, and not just the 8 hours while you're at work. All of this was wrapped into our system. Now, folks, this system, very importantly, is not employment. This is not an employment contract. Don't run out now to Facebook and go, I'm the latest employee of DuePoint. You're not. I've got all the staff I need. You don't recruit, you don't sponsor, you don't hire at DuePoint. No. Your task is simply to connect people to us. That's it. You are completely independent of us. We put a tool in your hands. And we go, there, you use it or you don't use it. It's completely up to you what you do with this tool. Whether you spend lots of time on it or a little bit of time, that's completely up to you. You are independent of us in the DuePoint system. Now, folks, there's absolutely no risk in becoming a wealth engineer at all. I say this quite confidently. We have not designed a system that takes your money. This is not one of those things where you just have to give us 3,800 Rand and you're a wealth engineer. Or you just have to buy this box of stuff and you're a wealth engineer. No, there's no startup fees, no starter kits, no starter manuals, no monthly fees, and no application form fees. Okay? There are no fees in being a wealth engineer. By being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer. You're automatically a wealth engineer. There is no additional cost for being a wealth engineer or getting any of the benefits of being a wealth engineer at DuePoint. We just did that on purpose. In South Africa, we're constantly in a position where we're losing money. People are always taking our money. That's not what happens at DuePoint. Today, if you become a wealth engineer, no money will leave your pockets. None at all. You'll be registered and you can go out and start this very moment building your channel for DuePoint without having paid a single cent to us. It is specifically designed like that. It also doesn't require any particular educational qualification because you are not brokers. You are not agents. You're not representatives of us. You're not marketing. You're not selling. You're simply connecting individuals to us, and so you do not require any specific qualification or experience. Everyone can do this business with us. You are, however, building a legacy, an asset, a lifetime thing that's yours. We say that because we create recurring income. Because we have recurring income in these channels you produce for us, you are now able to price your channels with us. You price them. Where you can price them, you can sell them to other people. You can transfer them. And one day when you pass away, they'll be handed over to your children. And the income you have created in your lifetime, they will continue to earn. They can take this channel and they can grow it even further if they want to. That is what a real asset is. That is the legacy, the generational legacy that we are hoping to create here at DuePoint. Now, folks, this is a system of complete convenience. We have designed it in every way to remove the things you are most afraid of in direct selling. The first one, of course, is the selling. Everybody is terrified of the selling. You form no part in the sales transaction at all at DuePoint. You are never going to have to sell a cream, an energy drink, a pill ever again. Okay? You are free from that in the DuePoint system. All you do is connect people to us. You're also never going to have to present. No presentations. No, how do I convince people to come to DuePoint? All gone. All gone. There's only 2 people to do the convincing. There's only 2 people who do the presenting. And that's me and Rob. And this is your lucky day because I'm much better than Rob. Only the 2 of us present. You are never ever going to have to find a venue. You're never going to have to get accredited as a presenter. You're never going to have to be embarrassed by a friend doing a presentation badly. Never. Here it's like McDonald's. Every time you come, you get exactly the same quality. So your confidence can grow that when you bring people here, you know exactly what you're going to get. Now, how do you connect people to DuePoint? Okay, there's 4 ways. There's only 4 ways. All right, all of my guys around the country, Facebook, Gumtree, WhatsApp are not one of the 4 ways. Okay, so stop using them. There are only 4 ways to connect people to DuePoint. The first way is you go to our information counter, you buy one of our USB sticks. It's 150 Rand, it's got our presentations on. Plug it into a TV, plug it into your computer, and there we are, doing the presentation for you whenever you want. Okay, that's the first way. Second way is we present out of this presentation room every day of the week, Monday through Saturday. Night times, lunch times, mornings, we're here doing the presentation. You look up on our website when we're doing one, you bring your friends, your acquaintances, you put them in the room, we do the presentation for you. 6 days a week. The third way is our YouTube channel. Now, our YouTube channel is our single most powerful tool we give you in connecting people to DuePoint. You just search DuePoint channel on YouTube, and you will find every single presentation we have ever done. Even this one is being recorded and will go on YouTube today. You go pick your favorite one. 24 hours a day, anywhere in the country, click one button and you have connected an individual to DuePoint. That's it. You just click and go, well, how do I convince people to come to DuePoint? You go, do you need more money? Yes, click. That's what you do. You don't convince, you don't talk, you just click and we do the presentation, we do the work for you. You simply connect the individuals to us. You never talk about our products. You never talk about the opportunity, nothing. You just, do you want more money? Yes, click. And you're in, and you've connected. Now, for those people who go, I don't believe you until I've seen the bricks and the paint and the ceilings and the carpets, okay, that's from last century. Your response to those individuals is a great one. It's funny and effective. You ask them, have they been to Google's head office? Then you say to them, but why are you using Google? Because they go, no, I'm not doing this until I've seen that this is real. Okay, but you're using Google. All right. Have you ever seen or been to Facebook's head office? No. But you recommend it to your friends and you use it on a daily basis. So what is the difference between that and DuePoint, who actually does not exist in this building? I could move across there tomorrow, or I could move to the office park down the road. DuePoint would still be online. DuePoint exists at www.dewpoint.net. That's us. And on our YouTube channel at DuePoint. That's where we exist. We do not exist in these 4 walls here. You this morning are part of our live studio audience as I record today's presentation. That's all it is. So, don't ever let anybody say to you, I'm not believing you until you've been here. If they do, you say you're from the 1990s. This is 2020. We are 2 years away from 2020. Okay? We use things from the other side of the world without having been to their head office. Okay? Go to the website, go to the internet, find everything you need about us. Then the 4th way you connect people to us is through our live streams. Every presentation we do goes out live, broadcast across the country every day. Wherever you are, at work, at home, at church, wherever it is, you've got a screen and an internet connection. You click when we're live, and we're there with you and your acquaintances live, presenting in living color, surround sound, full HD for everybody to see. That's how you connect people to DuePoint. That's all you do. in connecting people to DuePoint. Now, as you do that, some of the people who see the presentation are going to catch our vision and are going to want to become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you and your channel is born. These folk go out, do exactly the same thing. They connect people to DuePoint. Some want to become wealth engineers. Again, we allocate them to you. This process repeats itself and repeats itself and repeats itself. And over time, it spreads out across the country in some cases. And what you have done for DuePoint is you have penetrated the market. We as DuePoint come along then, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel you have created for us, and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is not a scheme. It's not a shape. It's not a anything. We are a highly regulated, listed, and licensed life and short-term insurance company. We are audited on a quarterly basis by the Financial Services Board. We did not sneak this past it. We're 70 years old. We could have. If we were doing something funny, we wouldn't have been 7 days old. Okay. This is something that is it is genuine, what we're trying to achieve here. Now, the thing with genuine, like your career, like starting your own business, is that it takes time to succeed. Time. People say to me, Brendan, what's the catch here? This is all too good to be true. Here's the catch. You are going to pay with time and energy and perseverance. People are incredibly disappointing things. When you go to your parents this afternoon and you say, you are not going to believe what I saw, this is fantastic, and then you give them the 30 seconds of what took me an hour to tell you, and you get it all wrong, and then they all laugh at you and jeer at you and say, you stupid, you fell into the trap, pyramid scheme, you are going to feel disheartened. Will the wind come out of your sails? Will you stop at that point? This is where the perseverance comes in. If you want to succeed at DuePoint, you're going to have to put time and effort in. Many of you are going to fail in the sense that you're going to stop. You're going to go, this is too hard. It's too hard to talk to people, to connect people to DuePoint. Ask yourself in that moment whether your current circumstances are not too hard. Would it be too hard to have a few people say no to you? Ask yourself, because that's the price you pay. But where you pay that price, we reward you in two different ways. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you £27.50 for every product in your channel that is paid successfully via debit order, multiplied by a factor of where in the channel the payment was made. So, for instance, you go out, you talk to a couple of your friends. Some of them become wealth engineers. They make their product payment via debit order. You get £27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand every month for every product. These are financial services. You pay every month. It's not a once-off payment. Every month that payment is made. You get 55 Rand. This is 21st century numbers. It's not 1 Rand or 5 Rand or 12 Rand 26. It's 55 Rand that you earn through the DuePoint system. Okay. Now these few folk, they go out, they talk to a few people. Some of them become wealth engineers. They make their product payments. Again, you get £27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. You, in this particular example, have only been here for a few minutes. You put a handful of people in, and you're already earning nearly 1,000 Rand a month. It hasn't changed your life, but you feel it immediately. The reward for your time and your perseverance is almost immediately there. Now, as your channel continues to grow outwards, you earn on a diminishing basis, but only to the 8th point. Because from the 8th point onwards, you will always earn 4% of £27.50 where you're qualified to earn. How do you qualify to earn? Go and watch our 6-minute training video on our YouTube channel on how to qualify to earn. The whole system is explained to you in 6 minutes. That's how complicated it is. Okay? Simplest system in the country. Go and work out. From that point on, you can build your channel to any size. We do not limit your potential here. One day you hand it over to your children, they can build it to any size. And they will always get 4% of £27.50 from the 8th point onwards where they qualify to earn. This is how we will create that generational legacy here at DuePoint. So people say to me, Brendan, how much can I earn? Practically speaking, tell me how much I can earn. Folks, I can't tell you the answer to that question because every one of you is going to build at a different rate in a different way, and every one of you is going to apply a different amount of energy. Like I said, most of you are going to quit. You're going to quit in 90 days. I call it the 90-day rule. You're going to talk to the first 10 people you meet. They're all going to laugh at you. You're going to have told them all the wrong things, okay? But they're all going to laugh at you, and you're going to go, no ways am I losing any more friends. It is far more important that I have friends than I be poor, okay? Far more important, okay? Folks, for those of you who persevere, I can start answering the question. We looked at 20 years worth of data. We came up with some mathematics that we worked on to get a conservative and reasonable milestone gauge of how much you could reasonably expect to earn with the returns program at DuePoint. We put in a growth formula called the 3+2. We said, you got to grow, and we need you to grow at 3 people in your first month. So you have to add 3 people to your first point. So I'm only talking to you now. You've got to add 3 people on your first point. In a month, we felt that that was quite reasonable. Then every month thereafter, you've got to add 2 people to your first point. You have to add 2. 1 every 2 weeks. 2 people in a month? We still think that's pretty reasonable. Pretty conservative. I've been to presentations where they say you need to do 8 hours a week. I'm reckoning you need to do about 2 hours a month with us, okay? 2 people a month. Then you've got to work with these guys to do the same thing. We apply lapses, cancellations, people not doing 3+2, etc. And we say that if you can persist in that +2, +2, +2 working with your guys, after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be earning about 2,500 rand a month. 2,500, reasonable, conservative estimate. It's 30,000 rand a year that you have now added to your household with 6 months of what we think is minimal effort here at DuePoint. Reliable, stable. None of us are ever going to tell you to quit your jobs. Not ever. Whatever you're earning right now, you'll carry on earning from your jobs. But you will have added 2,500 rand a month in 6 months' time with us. If you can press through to a year, that's October next year. If you can do that, we reckon you'll be on about 9,000 to 10,000 rand a month. 9,000 to 10,000, 120,000 rand extra income a year. Now you've got, I always say money is like oxygen. I want you to picture right now whatever you're earning plus 10,000 rand. What does it make you do? How many problems do you solve with an extra 10,000 rand a month? Quite a few. Hey, it's 10,000 rand. That's a year. You've got to persist for a year. How many of you are going to get past there? That's 90 days there. There's the 10,000 rand there. Can you get past there? I'm going to leave that in your hands. You'll have to work it out. If you can do 2 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 27 to 30,000 rand a month. 27 to 30,000 rand a month. 360,000 rand a year. Yeah, that's 2 years. It was quick here. But it's 2 years in real life. 2 years. Now tell me, I want you to think about this for a minute. What have you persisted at for 2 years other than your job? Have you ever gone, I'm going to the gym and just smashed it for 2 years? Have you ever gone, I'm taking up jogging and just like ran for 2 years? Have any of you said, I'm going to lead the church youth service and done it for 2 years? We're very bad in South Africa with our self-discipline. We're very bad. We don't have a lot of self-discipline. We want instant. So what I often laugh is people come to me and say, Brendan, this better not be one of those get-rich-quick schemes. But I know in the back of their minds they're going, Brendan, I hope this is one of those get-rich-quick schemes. I know, it's the truth. Even the regulators, they're like, this better not be one of those. But they're like, oh man, I hope there's a legitimate get-rich-quick scheme because I'm just looking for one. Guys, the reality is we don't have self-discipline. In South Africa, we want everything right now. Okay? I mean, look at politicians around the world. You think they're doing it for the long term? Nope. They're doing it for the Rolls Royce right now. Okay? We're bad. But folks, we can't fix quickly. There is no quick fix to the problem in South Africa. The solution in South Africa is going to take time. But it's a time that changes everything. Can you imagine just 2 years? 2 years. And you've got 30,000 rand extra income coming in every month. What that does. Can you do 3 years? Because if you can do 3 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 45 to 50,000 rand a month. That's 600,000 rand a year. If you do 4 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 60 to 65,000 rand a month. That's 720,000 rand a year. That's already more than most people will ever aspire to. And then if you can do half a decade with us, 5 years, 60 months, not 5 months, not 5 weeks, 5 years of consistent +2, +2, +2, Christmas month, +2, birthday month, +2, and working with your teams, we reckon you can reasonably and conservatively expect to be earning about 80 to 100,000 rand a month. That's R1 million a year. That's R1 million a year. Has it taken a long time? Lots of people say the problem with DuePoint is it takes too long to earn. Folks, this is real earnings. I can't help you. If you want to earn quicker than that, you're going to have to go to Facebook schemes and Russian schemes and Chinese schemes. And you're going to have to. But if you want to build lifetime, stable, recurring income, it's going to take time. But how long is 5 years? How long have you guys been working your careers for? Are you on 27,000 rand a month yet? How come you haven't been to your bosses and gone, no, this is taking too long? How come none of you guys have gone to your bosses to say that? Have you gone there and said, listen, what I would like is an increase every month? Have you had that conversation? No. You're happy, though, every morning, on Monday morning, to get up and to go back to work and to spend another 60, 80, 100 hours at work? You're happy to do that, huh? It's an interesting question. It is the only question and the only decision you're going to have to make this morning, is whether you are willing to change the way you think about making money. That's what you're going to. It's a difficult one to overcome. We've been so indoctrinated over the last 200 years to believe that the only way to make money is in our careers. Folks, there are no careers in South Africa anymore. 433,000 people became unemployed between January and June. They reckon it's about 30-odd thousand a month at the moment. There's no careers left in South Africa. Maybe 0.5% of South Africans will have careers. The other 99.5% of us, no career. We have to change the way we think about making money. Is it going to take time? Yeah. 5, 10, 15 years. But how much? Imagine what this looks like if you carry it on in 10 years. What does this look like in 15 years? There's no career that can match the potential that's here. There's no guarantee on this either. You do nothing for 5 years, you get nothing. You have to use the tool. You have to put the time and the energy and the thought in. But how much better is it when you know that you're in control? You decide. How much better is that for you? Folks, we like to look at people on the ground. Every month we select a sample. They're different every month. And they're from all over the country, and they're earning different amounts. We don't pick our top guys. We pick some guys that are earning. Okay? We don't pick the 80% to do nothing. There's no point in me showing you that. I'm only showing you the 20% who go, okay, let me use the tool. All right? We got this guy, Safiso. I love this guy. He's great. He said, no, I need to see the bricks and the paint before I believe you. I tease him about that all the time now. Came here. He saw it. Yeah, it's real. And 5 months later, he's got a channel worth 9,000 rand a month. 5 months. I said it would take 6 months to get to 2,500 rand. Remember that? I still stand by those goals. I think that they're very reasonable. I think you should aim for them. He said, no thanks, I want more. He's got a full-time job. Full-time. He does this after hours. After hours. In 5 months, he's created a channel worth 9,000 rand a month. He doesn't have to wait a year to feel the oxygen. He's there already. Then we've got Reinhold and Rambi. They're here today. You can see they're super tall. Even their photo's taller than me. See that? Huh? They're here, working hard, after hours, as a team, husband and wife team. 5 months. 5 months. 9,500 rand a month. It's in your hands what you do with the DuePoint system. There's no cost to it, and we don't care. I'm not calling you on a Monday morning to say, how come you haven't been doing anything? No, you're not an employee of mine. It's your tool. It's your tool. You decide what you want to do with it. Then we've got Rule of Marsha. They've been with us for about 20 months now. Okay? 20 months. 34,000 rand a month. 400,000 rand a year. That's the 2 years. Remember I said 2 years to 27,000 to 30,000. 20 months to 34,500. It's in your hands what you do with this. They run their own business. They do this after hours. They work hard. In fact, this morning they're in Nelspruit. Shout out to the Nelspruit team this morning. We've got teams all over the country growing. Working hard. Look at that month over there. Hey, that was a good one. Huh? It's in your hands what you do with the DuePoint system. Folks, go to our YouTube channel. On our YouTube channel, you'll see the testimonies of 50, 60, 70 people that we've had up here on this stage. We've got hundreds and hundreds earning in DuePoint, but we select only a sample each month. Go and see that. Some of them earning 700 rand a month, 3,000 rand a month, 8,000 rand a month. Some of them earning 69,000 rand a month. And that picture was taken quite a few months ago. You'll find them all. You'll find them all on a. Go and watch. And it depends on you. If you've only got an hour a month or an hour a week to do this business, well, then you'll earn at a slower rate. That's okay. There's no time frames. If you've got 8 hours a day that you can spend on this, you can grow at a much faster rate. That's fine. There's no timelines. There's no deadlines. There's a tool. You use it. You grow. Take your time and change your future with it. That's the first way you earn. The second way you earn with the DuePoint system is through our training program. It's called our XP Rewards program. Our XP Rewards program trains you from beginner to expert in our business. Through a series of steps, we teach you how to do this. And where you complete the steps, we give you XP. XP is experience points. Okay? It is a measure of your experience. It's not worth a single cent. It's not worth anything. It's simply a measure of your experience. But as you become more experienced, naturally your channel starts to grow. And where you meet the criteria of experience and channel size in our program, we rank you up in the training program. And when we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, we reward you with a little bit of cash. As you get a little bit more experience and your channel gets a bit bigger, well, so does the cash get a little bit bigger. Then we start to equip you with tools. Okay? We equip you at rank 5 with an imported lightning memory stick from America that plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa. It's jam-packed with our presentations, downloads, tools, testimonies, everything you need to connect individuals to DuePoint. At rank 7, we give you a set of imported business cards. They're worth 12,500 Rand. They're gold gilded, gold printed, custom made for you. You can go and see a set in our glass cabinet afterwards, or find one of these folk. They'll show you one. They won't let you touch it, but they'll show it to you. These are the Ferrari of business cards. When you want to connect people to DuePoint, you give them one of these, and they'll immediately want to know what you do and who DuePoint is. Very powerful tool. Then, at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size every year that you do, we take you and your family away on a one-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. Every year, for the rest of your life. Now listen, don't get too excited. You've got a couple of things standing in your way right now. Probably the biggest one is the fact that you rank 0. That's probably the biggest impediment to you getting to rank 9 right now. The second thing, of course, is we're going away in December for this year's trip. Okay? You can see we don't go away like in July or something when it's like the armpit end of the year. No, we go away over Christmas. This year, over New Year's Eve. Our wealth engineers will be lying on the beach with us in Mauritius. Next year, we might go somewhere else. We go somewhere every year. Okay? But that's less than 100 days away now. And for you to get from rank 0 to rank 9 in 100 days is unlikely. It's not impossible. It's almost impossible. It's not impossible. You could prove me wrong. Happy to be proved wrong. Okay? But folks, the wonderful freedom of our system is that you don't start at 0 on the 1st of January again. You don't. Anything and everything you do between now and January, you will have when you start in January. You're that much closer to being rank 9. And even if you don't make rank 9 next year, the work that you would have done in this 100 days and next year will be where you start in the year after. So you work your way constantly towards rank 9. There are no timelines. There are no deadlines. When you get there, you get there. And as long as you maintain that channel size every year, you come away with us. This is where we're going, folks, in December this year.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Ooh-wee. Book my ticket, get my room ready, and then I never see you again. Yeah, you can be there. It looks all right, doesn't it? I've been to that particular hotel. As you walk out, because you arrive in the afternoon, the sun's setting, you look out at reception, they've got cascading waterfall, beach, ocean, sun going down. And feels like the 10,000 Rand. Is it worth it? I think it is worth it. I think it's worth it every year. I think it's worth it. Are you going to get there? That's a decision only you can make. You're going to have to make it every single morning going forward. You are. Because it takes perseverance to get there. We've got 2 planes full of business class coming with us. Lots of people. We've got people about every 2 months right now. We've got someone going rank 9 at DuePoint, and they're all coming away with us. Do you want to be there with us? That's a decision you'll have to make. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not given to you and then taken away. That's like Chinese torture. It's not rented from us. It's not financed through us. It's your car. And we want you to build your future with it. Then every month, folks, we run a wealth quest. Wealth quests, folks, are designed in small bite-sized chunks to help you build your channel successfully. Every month it has different criteria, and everyone who completes that criteria, everyone who completes the criteria is rewarded with tools. Tools we know you're going to need in building this channel, in building your channel. Sometimes it's iPhones, iPads, TVs, smart TVs, data, Wi-Fi routers, cache. Every month it's something different to help equip you, to build a toolkit for you in building your channel with us. So this month, which is now finished, it's the last day, we've been running the Expand Your Empire Wealth Quest, folks. And the Expand Your Wealth Empire needed you to go and find somebody in 2 different provinces from the one you were in and get them qualified. Again, watch the training video on how to do that, okay? And where you got them qualified in this month, they run very strictly from the first to the last day of each month, you would get your very own Apple iPhone. Not a Fong Kong William Nicol special, okay? A real Apple iPhone, brand new, peel it out the plastic. You know how much Apple iPhones cost these days, don't you? That's what we've got available for you in just this month. Next month it's different. You'll see later on today, if you become a wealth engineer, you'll receive the email of what tomorrow's new wealth quest is. Very exciting. Watch it and know you've got from the 1st to the last day of October to achieve it in. Okay. All of this is part of our training program. So people ask us all the time, how do we afford to do this? Well, it's pretty simple. In the traditional financial and insurance space in South Africa, we do a lot of advertising to you. That's how we get you to connect with us. We spend hundreds of millions on billboards and TV adverts and radio adverts and SMSs and everywhere. Everywhere we can stick an ad, we stick an ad. Hundreds of millions. How do we afford that? Well, we reverse the cost of that into your monthly payments. Whatever your monthly payment, banking fees, funeral cover, car cover, whatever it is, you know 30 to 50% of it is next month's marketing cost. It's just built into the price. Now, we've done exactly the same thing at DuePoint. We've built it into the price. The only difference is there is no advertising out of DuePoint. You are never going to see a DuePoint advert. That's why some of you are like, DuePoint, Constantine, never heard of you. That's right. We do not advertise. We use you. We use you. You go out and you connect people to DuePoint. And so all that money that we would have spent on SABC, DSTV, Cheetah, billboards, is now available for you and your channel. That's the simple mathematics. You can come and talk to me more about it in detail afterwards if you want. Folks, having built channels of distribution for us, there are now 3 products that we as DuePoint come along and facilitate the purchase of in those channels, okay? Now, you can look up now and pay attention and go, well, let me hear about the products. That's great. That's for your personal edification. You never, as a wealth engineer, talk to anybody about our products, okay? You don't advertise them. You don't nothing. This is just for you now, okay? 3 products. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 299 Rand a month, and it, in fact, includes 2 separate independent products in it. The first one is your very own tax-free investment account. It's a no restriction, no notice period investment account. We take 100 Rand of your 299 and we stick it in that investment account for you, and you can withdraw it at any time. There's no waiting periods, no. You can have that money immediately. It's yours, immediately available. Now, this is an investment account. It's not a savings account. It's not at a bank. You are now a shareholder. It's an investment account that's called Global Fund Administrators product that sits on Sanlam's portfolio, and you now become a shareholder in the stock exchange in South Africa. They take your money and they invest it in shares. And your money moves with the market, but the wonderful thing about being a shareholder is when dividends are declared, you now own shares in those companies that put the dividends into your account as well. This, we felt, was a far better long-term investment for the average South African who is desperate to be involved in the economy of South Africa. Okay, that's the first part of the product. The second part of the product is our personal accident cover. We give you 110,000 rands worth of personal accident cover. So if you die in an accident over the Christmas holidays, which a lot of people are going to do, unfortunately, your beneficiaries are going to get your investment value and 110,000 rand. Okay, $299 a month. Then our second product is our Wealth Guard product. Our Wealth Guard product costs 274 rand, and it is 1.1 million rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no deferred benefit periods, no maximum age limits. You can have it to your last breath, no medical examinations or declarations. Is this funeral cover? No. Is this life cover? No. It only covers death via accident. Now that's what everybody's like, oh, wait, hang on. No, folks, we need to understand, what is the primary objective of DuePoint? To make money, to put money in the hands of South Africans. The moment we start including illness cover, natural causes, half the people you bring here are going to be excluded. They're going to have AIDS, cancer, diabetes, STDs, pre-existing conditions, hypertension. Sorry, can't cover you. Sorry. And you can't grow your channels. You can't grow your income. Now, with accident cover, everybody can be covered. Go and take some time and look at Stats SA. I want you to go to their website. Go and find out what the highest type of death is between the age of 2 and 65. What do you think it is? Accident. You've not heard of an 18-year-old die from a disease recently, have you? There might be like one. You might hear of one, maybe two in your whole life of a youngster dying from disease. Generally, you'll hear of a drunk youngster dying from a car accident. Even a 35-year-old dies in accidents. Car accidents, shot, mugged and killed, falling off ladders, airplane accidents, you name it, taxi accidents. That's what's killing our people. And we're undercover. We put you undercover. 1.1 million rands worth of cover on this one. Then our third product, our non-insurance, non-financial product, is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. This is one of our favorites. I love it because it gives such immediate benefit to it. It's 274 rand a month to be a member. As a member, you get immediate access to all of our discounts, prices, account managers, packages of a whole host of suppliers that we are constantly adding to negotiate as a 70-year-old corporate. It would be very difficult for you as an individual to get the prices that we get and the treatment that we get here. Our Wealth Points program is remarkable because of the list of suppliers. We've got groceries, travel, accommodation, entertainment, gyms, gifts, everything that you're spending money on already. We've got them all in here, and you get our prices. We've got Eagle Ford in there. We've got all sorts of suppliers. We love that product, 274 rand a month. That's our three products. And so, folks, that is DuePoint, top to bottom. You've got nationwide footprint. You've got all of our facilities, free Wi-Fi, tea and coffee, Monday to Saturday if you're in Joburg. You've got the ability of using all of our technology at no cost every day, maintained and upgraded for you here at DuePoint. Folks, the decision, as I said to you, the difficult decision today is about whether you're willing to change the way you think about earning income, not about DuePoint. We've already proven that we are the 21st century system of South Africa. We just want you now to get involved. Now, if you want to get involved with us, very easy. You go on your smartphone or your tablet, hook up into our free Wi-Fi, go to dewpoint.net. Remember, that's where we actually exist. Click the apply button, fill out the application form, and you're a wealth engineer. No money having passed from your hands. We'll send you a W number, and that W number is the birth of your channel, your asset. It doesn't go into a structure or anything like that. It's yours. It's yours. You will decide then whether it's worthless or whether it's magnificent. We got all the tools for you. At the end of today, go get the tools. If you're serious about this business, we don't make money on these tools. Go and get them and get yourself sorted out. We've got the USB stick with our presentation on it. We've got backup batteries for your phones and tablets so they don't die while you're filling out application forms. We've got business cards you can purchase. You don't have to wait for rank 7. All the tools are here and available for you. Go and find them in our cabinet. Look at the pricing. Get the tools and get started in this business. Folks, we're going to be down in East London on the 7th of October. We don't generally travel, but we're doing a special trip down to East London. They've been doing fantastically down there. Guys down in East London, remember to book your tickets. It's free, but you must be booked in. We've got 2 events. Make sure you are booked for both. Make sure the guests you bring in the morning are booked for the training in the afternoon. We're doing an intro in the morning at 12:30, and at about 2:30 we're doing a training session. It is going to be an amazing day. Joburgers, KZNers, Free Staters, wherever you are, book your tickets, get down there, start building your channel down in the Eastern Cape. We're going to be the 7th of October at the ICC. It's going to be a great morning, a great day with us there. Folks, that happened this morning. It's fine. Folks, wealth engineers, we encourage you we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You have to. There is no point in you trying to do DuePoint if you do not have a smartphone and you're not connected to YouTube. YouTube is our number way of connecting. So make sure you learn how to do it and you get established. If you subscribe, it's free, and then you know the moment we go live, you know the moment we upload videos. And then, folks, we want you to download our app. Put it on your phone. It's free. Use our Wi-Fi. It connects you into your channel in real time, 24 hours a day. Your tools, your training, your products, everything, your personal details are on that app. Make sure you put it on your phone and your tablet before you leave here today. Now, folks, everybody gets very excited about becoming a wealth engineer. But, folks, I've got to sort of damper that excitement a little bit. We've got to know how to play this game. There are rules to this game. We are highly regulated. Your code of conduct, which you're going to sign this morning, is your contract with us. Take some time to read it. Read what you can and can't do in this business. But if you remember nothing, remember these 5 things. 1, do not become a wealth engineer if you can't afford it. Folks, there are costs involved. Yes, we don't have fees and startup fees, but there is travel. There is data costs. There are all sorts of costs that come in. If you cannot afford to be a wealth engineer, don't be a wealth engineer. Don't be it. It's not for you. Wait until you can afford it and then come back. We're not going anywhere. Then, if you don't have access to the internet, don't become a wealth engineer. At an absolute minimum, you need a smartphone connected to the internet. We do not exist outside of the internet. All you're doing this morning, as I've said to you, is being part of the audience that's recording live the presentation. Everything. We don't have paper applications. We don't have paper brochures. We don't have nothing. We're online. You need to be connected to the internet. And then the third thing, do not become a wealth engineer if you struggle with transport. If you struggle with transport, don't become a wealth engineer, because you've got to connect people. And if you're going to connect people, you've got to be able to move. So if you've got access to transport, no problem. If you don't, it's not for you. Get to a point where you've got access to transport, then you can come in. Now, if you do become a wealth engineer, don't ever fill out an application form on behalf of someone else. It is illegal. It is fraudulent, and you could go to jail for it. In the application form, like every application form, you are going to sign things. I agree to the terms and conditions. I warrant and give assurances in my code of conduct. I give you permission to raise debit orders on my bank account. You cannot sign that on behalf of someone else. So don't go, oh, I'm going to call my granny. She loves me. She will always take products, and she lives out in KZN, and she's still on a landline phone, has never used a computer in her life. I'll just fill it out for her. No, that is illegal. You could end up going to jail for filling that form out. Everyone must fill their own forms out. Pick the right people. Pick people who can build your channel. Pick people who have access to the internet. Call them up. Get them to sign up into your channels. All right. Thirdly, don't add any family members to your channel directly. We don't allow stacking. They can all start their own channels. Just remember that. Fourthly, don't start your own DuePoint Facebook page. For goodness sake, please. You are not DuePoint. Do not go and start DuePoint Gauteng, DuePoint Mpumalanga, DuePoint Wealth, DuePoint Help Desk. We will come down on you like a house of bricks. Okay? That is illegal. It is in breach of our contract and in breach of our trademarks and copyrights. Use your own Facebook pages to engage with people. Do not go to business forums on Facebook and advertise all of our products. It is in breach of our contract. You never talk about our products. You never talk about DuePoint. You simply connect individuals. We've freed you up. We've freed you. You don't have to do any of this stuff anymore. So don't go and do it. I speak particularly to the guys in the regions who like doing this. And then lastly, folks, don't ever send someone to DuePoint without you being there. We don't look after your people here. They're yours. They're your responsibility. Whoever it is you want to connect, you see them all the way through the process. We won't look after them here. Also, don't bomb your WhatsApp group with your W number. Broadcast all. Boosh. And hope they're going to sign up. They're never going to do it. Someone else might get them, and we won't even entertain your tears when you come here and go, oh, I did all the work and that person signed them up. I'll go, no, you should have followed it through. Those are the 5 things I want you to remember. I know you know how to do the rest. You will choose to do the rest. I know, because of what we are doing here at DuePoint. We are changing lives forever. We want you to get involved in building a different kind of future for yourself here at DuePoint. One where you're in control of your income. You can do that here. We've got thousands of people doing it already. And we want you to be part of that. Folks, you'll see we're very serious about what we're doing here. Very serious about what we're doing. and we want you involved in it. If you've got questions or concerns, come and ask us. Ask the people who brought you here this morning. We had to answer all the questions when we made this system. Come and get the answers. Get this tool and go out there and start changing the future that you have for yourself. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who have watched us live today.